Hey guys, Willie here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're reviewing the all-new 2026 Nissan Frontier Pro-4X. And for those of you guys who don't know, the Frontier started off as Nissan's compact pickup truck back in 1997, moving up to the mid-size segment for its second generation in 2005, and sticking to it through the third generation Frontier that you see here, with us since 2022 and facelifted last year for 2025. Outside, receiving a new grille and front fascia with a new 12.3-inch infotainment screen inside, with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, adding more advanced safety features, standard sliding rear window, a telescoping steering wheel, and a max tow rating now up to 7,150 pounds. The 2026 Frontier is available in 4 trim levels, all mating Nissan's strong 3.8-liter naturally aspirated V6, which cranks out 310 horsepower, 281 pound-feet of torque. To a 9-speed automatic transmission, you can expect a low 7-second 0 to 60 time, ranging from the $32,000 base S up to the top Pro-4X that you see here, starting just under $42,000. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So the daytime running lights that you see up front, they're not actually flickering in real life, just the way the camera picks up the LEDs, with full LED headlamps for the high and low beam and LED projector fog lights down below. With the black contrasted grille, sorry about some of that background noise, but we get the lava red Nissan badge with a forward-facing camera underneath, helping us out with the 360. The 360 coming on the convenience package, which for the Pro-4X is around $1,640. We get the aluminum contrast for the grille and lower front fascia. That was new for the 2025 facelift. And just a really nice front end styling, especially with this yellow lime green metallic paint color. I'll leave a link right here, show you exactly what it's called. With the lava red recovery hooks underneath, skid plates, part of the Pro-4X. And this specific Pro-4X, I believe, has about a 2-inch suspension lift kit from the dealership. I guess more of a leveling kit. I'll try to show you guys the Bilstein shocks right here underneath. Hopefully you can pick it up with the yellow. And this specific Pro-4X for about $1,000 gets these beadlock style wheels with a gunmetal gray and silver contrast, wrapped in Hankook Dynapro AT2 all-terrain tires. The dimensions being 265/70 R17s. So the 265 wide tires, we'll see how it puts the power down to the ground. Should be fine, but these 70 sidewalls should help the ride quality out tremendously. The splash guards are about a few $100 additional too. The side steps are $660, and the mirrors, they're black contrasted with an additional camera on them, which helps us out with the 360. We get smart access for the driver and a front passenger, all black window trim, blacked out pillars. I'll take a step back. Hopefully you guys can pick up the side profile on this 2026 Nissan Frontier Pro-4X. And you can see a slight suspension lift. I can't tell 100% if it's a full suspension lift or just a leveling kit, but either way, I think this Pro-4X looks really good. Out rear, we don't get a push to open gas cap, but no latches to have to pull inside. No easy fill either, but you can throw regular octane fuel here for this naturally aspirated 3.8-liter V6. Pro-4X badge in the upper right part of the fender area, additional splash guard. Same rear wheel and tire setup, the only difference is a smaller brake caliper. Bilstein shocks right back here, leaf springs, full-size spare tire. And you can see your frame. You don't get full rear wheel liners. You can add those in the aftermarket for about $100, but hopefully you can see everything underneath this 2026 Pro-4X. Out rear, we get full LED taillights, turn signals, and reverse lights. The bumper, just plastic for the cover, but steel behind it. And we get a nice design here for the Pro-4X rear tailgate. The lava red inserts for the Nissan badge. Rear camera, shout out Moss Nissan in Newport Richey, Florida, to help make this to be possible. Full rear parking sensing, trailer hitch. I'll leave a link right here, show you what this truck can tow. With about an 1,100-pound payload for the Pro-4X, the SV, you add a few hundred pounds to that payload. So the convenience package for the Pro-4X also gives us a spray-in bed liner. We get the rail system up top, LED box lighting, and we get a 120-volt, 400-watt AC outlet back here, all part of the convenience package. And the bed liner alone, if you're going in the aftermarket, will run you at least $600 just by itself. And considering that you have some nice options and features, 360-degree camera included, among a couple other goodies, this convenience package, in my opinion, is very well worth it. With the backflip tonneau cover too, I believe this dealership's charging like $1,700 for it. And because of that, I'd recommend just going in the aftermarket. For around $1,200, you can get a really good retractable cover, which in my opinion is a little bit more superior compared to a trifold. We can shut this tailgate right up. It's appreciated that it's hydraulically assisted. We get our exhaust tip in the lower right corner, get a good look at your Bilstein shocks, rear differential, sway bars, stabilizer bars. But speaking of the exhaust tip, let's fire up this naturally aspirated 3.8-liter V6. and hear how she sounds. All right, guys, that was the sound of the naturally aspirated 3.8 liter V6 sold by Nissan for the 2026 Frontier Pro 4X. And it sounds surprisingly good, cranking out 310 horsepower, 281 pound-feet of torque, made it to a 9-speed automatic transmission, sending the power to the rear or all 4 wheels with a part-time 4-wheel drive system. You can expect a low 7-second 0 to 60 time. I believe Car and Driver tested it at 7.3. So no joke performer, but compared to some of its competition, we are a little tiny bit slower. Like the Tacoma, I believe Car and Driver tested at like 6.9 seconds. So very similar, and I'm sure that most people prefer the naturally aspirated 3.8 liter V6 compared to either the 2.4 liter turbo or the 2.4 liter hybrid turbo from the Tacoma. We can shut this hood right down. Maybe at some point in this video, people will stop pressing the stupid lock and unlock button to find their cars. But anyway, let's take a step inside and see what we get with the top of the line 2026 Nissan Frontier Pro 4X with soft touch materials up top, nice leatherette in the center, gushy soft leather for the actual armrest, plastic door handle, 2-window auto one touch up front with power windows out rear, lockable windows, lock and unlock, and 4-way adjustable mirrors. Subtle lava red contrast for the upper part of the door panel. We get one of our speakers down below, not the Fender premium audio system on this specific Pro 4X, but we get enough storage here for a 14-inch sub, big gulp right in front of it, plastic step-in plate, our Frontier specific running board with cloth seats here on this specific Pro 4X with the convenience package. I kind of wish the convenience package included some type of leather, but we still get that lava red contrast, Pro 4X specific stitching, and they're very comfortable cloth seats. You get lumbar control, you can recline, drop, lift, and slide the front seats, but taking a step inside, no grab handle, but the running board helps. Grab onto the steering wheel, shut the door from the brake, engine start, stop, and everything fires right to life. So compared to the 2025 model year, really not a whole lot changes, basically the exact same thing. The steering still feels really beefy with the hydraulic rack, rubberized horn area, the horn loud and aggressive. We'll do a window check, see if we get dual panes. We do get dual panes, all premium touches. On the left side of the steering wheel, we have volume and skip, voice commands, hang up and answer your phone calls. On the right side, we have our adaptive cruise control adjustments, tilt and telescoping steering column. That was new last year for 2025 before it only tilted. Auto headlamps, fog lights, auto high beams, but no auto rain sensing wipers. To the left of the steering wheel, we have our tow mode, interior lighting, turn off your 360 cents, and a 400 watt to 150 watt inverter for the 120 volt AC outlet. You can turn off the traction control, lock the rear differential. That's why we're going with the Pro 4X. Hopefully pick it up on camera, parking brake, and hopefully you get a good look at the pedals. Some piano black outlining the air vents, hard plastic for the frame of the dashboard with some stitching for your passenger will be touching, but whole frame is hard plastic. Some additional storage, the 12.3-inch infotainment screen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Audio on the right side, you get phone, info, audio, connections, settings, and our main menu. Let's check out the backup camera. Super high resolution, guidance lines and trajectory with an over-the-top 360 as part of our convenience package. And again, beefy hydraulic feeling steering rack. Throwing it right back into park, return right back to the previous screen. Volume dial feels premium, hazards, audio shortcuts, menu, display, skip, camera, brightness, and return. Frontier stamped beneath it, dual zone automatic front climate control. We can turn off the auto engine start stop. 4-wheel drive controller, we're leaving a 2-wheel drive for the purpose of this review. Our defrosters, beneath that heated seats, heated steering wheel, turn off the parking sensors, USB-A and C port, a little bit of additional storage. The gear selector control and the 9-speed automatic transmission with manual shifts on the gear selector, some leather stitching for where your knee will often hit, and we get our drive mode selector. We get sand, on-road, mud, and rock. We'll leave it in normal mode for the purpose of this review. You'll fit 24 to 32 ounce bottles and a wireless phone charging pad. The armrest is nice soft leather, decently spacious. You'll fit 2, maybe 3 2-liter bottles of soda with a pen slot holder right up top. The glove box is not damped or line felt, not the largest either, but should fit around 15 to 20 license plates. Should be able to fit 3 shoes, might be able to fit 2 pairs of shoes if you're under a size 10. You'll fit about 3, maybe 4 Harry Potter books. 12 volt right next to it. You shut this glove box right up. Not a frameless or auto dimming rear view mirror. Got to pull this flappy thing to dim it. Sunglass holder. The interior lights appear to be LED, and you turn on or off the interior lights with the door opening. That's about it though, guys, for the front seat at least of this 2026 Nissan Frontier Pro-4X Crew Cab short wheelbase 4x4 automatic V6. You guys can pause to take a look at all the standard features. $41,870 for the base price, $1640 for the convenience package, giving us the bed liner, the tracks, tie-down cleats, 120-volt outlet, heated outside mirrors, LED under rail lighting, trailer hitch with wiring harness, otherwise that would not be a standard feature on the Pro-4X, 360-degree camera, off-road mode, and a wireless charger, making it a really useful set of features. $1,000 for the beadlock style wheels, $665 for the step rails, $285 for the mud flaps, $450 for the premium paint, $365 for the electronic tailgate lock, with the essentials kit running $410. After an almost $1,700 destination charge, we're sitting right above $48,000, so definitely getting up there in price, but very solid off-road capable pickup for the sub $50,000 base price point. The exterior paint color is called Citrus Strike with a charcoal cloth interior. 18 combined MPG, 16 in the city, 20 in the highway. Not the best, but considering the off-road capability, definitely not the worst. That's about it though, guys, for the front row of the 2026 Nissan Frontier Pro-4X. Let's take a step into the back seat, see how much space is offered back here, as well as the overall quality of the materials. Move all these off-road goodies out of the way. Up top, just like up front, we have hard plastic with that soft material in the center and a gushy soft rear armrest. Still a plastic door handle, no auto one-touch windows, no dual pane mirrors. We still get a bass speaker down below, and you'll easily fit a 6-inch sub. You'll stack 2 on top of each other with a big gulp right in front of it. Our Predator steps continue. The second row seats are still cloth with that lava red contrast, perforated and quilted in the center. Legroom, not the most, but compared to the new Tacoma, this is an S-Class compared to it. Cool thing about the Frontier is you can lift the seats up in the back. It's not the easiest process in one hand, but we figured it out for some under-seat storage, and of course the same thing for the passenger side. The cool thing about this truck is you can also drop these seats down, so you'll fit a few additional car accessories behind here. That's where we have our fix-a-flat jack and spare tire kit. We can lift it right back up. Legroom looking solid, as we mentioned. Not the most, definitely not full-size levels of legroom, but compared to some of the mid-size competition nowadays, this is definitely not the worst. About 2-3 inches of legroom, knee room, or headroom. I have about 1.5 inches, 2 inches of it. So if you're under 6'3", 6'4", you should comfortably sit in the back of a Pro-4X with no problem. Unfortunately, even at this price point, no air vents. That would be expected. 120-volt, 400-watt AC outlet, USB-A and C port, with a map pocket behind the passenger seat. The center cubby armrest, we get to jab our hand into it, but we get 2 large cup holders. You'll fit big gulps with some cloth trim on each side of it. The interior lights back here appear to be LED. We get a hook for the driver's side grab handle back here, but no hook on the passenger side. That's about it though, guys, for the inside and outside of the all-new 2026 Nissan Frontier Pro-4X. This is a really nice model too. Of course, the citrus paint color may not be for everyone, but we can all agree that it certainly pops with this lift/leveling kit with the beadlock capable tires, the new Predator step boards. This is a really nice looker with some serious off-road capability to go along with it. These all-terrain tires, skid plates, locking rear differential, 4-wheel drive, all under $50,000, well under $50,000 even for this fully loaded model. But performance-wise, let's take this 2026 Nissan Frontier Pro-4X out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all-new 2026 Nissan Frontier Pro-4X. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions, though, the steering here feels, I've said it multiple times, really beefy. You don't feel this anymore in the modern automobile segment. This is just about the last heavy-feeling hydraulic rack that you're going to feel. The brakes feel fantastic, very responsive, sharp and direct. Same with the throttle response. And the steering gets a little bit lighter once you start actually moving. But sure, with this lift kit, very commanding view of the road, but even without it, very commanding view. The Pro-4X, from the box, if you go with the 4-wheel drive 4X, I believe you get 1 inch lift up front compared to the Pro-X. We can throw it into this corner a little bit quicker than we should. Brakes feel very, very good feeling brakes. Body roll, limited. And that was a lot quicker than we should have hit that corner. We can lean into it out here a little bit more. Yeah, slight chirp from the tires when you lean into about halfway during the corners, but still puts the power down very well. And a nice note from this 3.8 liter V6. Just cruising along, very quiet. And ride quality feels good. These 70 sidewall tires eat up the bumps very well, which is something that this truck needs, because the SV or any of the models that don't have the fatter tires, you definitely feel the bumps a little bit more. That's what allows us to have a little bit stronger of a payload, whereas this, although it's a much more comfortable ride, we compromise the payload quite a bit here at around 1,100 pounds, whereas in lower trims you get a little closer to 1,400, if not even more. The towing capacity is also hindered a little bit here, but it still pulls, tows, carries more than enough. If you really want to upgrade towing and payload that much, I'd recommend just bumping up to the full size segment, because although yes, you have a couple hundred more pounds on paper of capability, it's still going to feel a little bit sketchy to put a 7,000 pound trailer behind this truck. Bump. Sure, you feel it, but it absorbs it very well. We can try out a quick moving pull on the gas. Strong mid-range. That was only around 3,500 RPM. That's around the time where the power really starts to pick up, and it's going to pull all the way to red line. But even the low end, I'm glad they put the 3.8 liter V6 here, not the 3.5, because you definitely feel a stronger low end compared to a Pathfinder. And the outgoing Tacoma was using the 3.5 liter V6, not the 4 liter V6, which was sort of a complaint of mine at the time. The 2.4 turbo is a much bigger complaint. Anyway, we can take a step out here. Looks like a good opportunity to try one out off the line, give those guys in front of us a little bit of space, but off the line, on the gas. Woo! Puts the power down well, and you look down and you are moving. So no need to even put it in four-wheel drive. It didn't have any wheel spin off the line. Brakes feel good. Let's see how the handling is. Not the best, but it's solid coming out. Yeah. Whew. Wow, yeah, it pulls all the way to red line, and whew, it's a screamer, revving all the way up to almost 7,000 RPM. And just cruising along on concrete pavement. Listen, it's pretty quiet. This is not a loud interior by any means. Good performer. V6, which is a dying breed nowadays. Sure, the 2.4 turbo, especially the hybrid out of Tacoma, will definitely feel a little bit stronger in the low part of the RPM range, but up top, I mean, we can try out these manual shifts. Let's get it up top. Listen. A little bit slow on the shifts. There we go. So you got to shift about 500 RPM before the red line, or else you are going to hit the rev limiter. These shifts are in sports car shifts. Wouldn't be expected. For that reason, let's take it out of manual mode. I'm sure most people will be more than happy with how this truck behaves in regular automatic. Low fuel warning. We should be fine to get back to the dealerships, but whew, I'm liking this truck a lot. Under $50,000, and yeah, obviously that's not a cheap price by any means. But base price under $42,000. You're not beating this truck in any regard. Sure, are there better off-roaders? Yeah, the Chevy Colorado ZR2 gives you locking front and rear differentials, gives you a good amount of power. I still prefer the powertrain that we have here, but yes, the ZR2 gives you more aggressive tires, and it gives you locking front and rear differentials. It's a similar price to what we're sitting in here, but it's a little bit more expensive than what we're sitting in here. So unless you're actually taking your truck through mud, through rock trails on a semi-daily, weekly basis, what do you need both differentials to lock for? What do you need 33, 34-inch tires for? These 32s, this locking rear differential, especially with this lift kit, is really all you need. And the 3.8 liter V6, I can't predict the future, of course, but I'm willing to bet that it's going to be a little bit more reliable long term than GM's 2.7 liter turbo. Overall, guys, if you're looking for an off-road capable truck under $45,000 to $50,000, this is a great way to go. Sure, there are slightly more capable trucks in this class for off-road. Ranger Raptor, okay, well that's going to be $15,000 to $20,000 more expensive than what we're sitting in here. ZR2 Bison, same thing, $15,000 to $20,000 more than what we're sitting in here. Regular ZR2, sure. The regular ZR2, you're sitting about $5,000-ish more than what we have here, and a lot of people will consider that $5,000 worth it because the ZR2 gives you locking front differential, it gives you more aggressive tires, and it gives you slightly more premium materials in the interior. But it is more expensive, and let's not pretend that that 2.7 liter turbocharged four-cylinder is going to last as long as this naturally aspirated 3.8 liter V6. And yes, that 2.7 liter turbo makes globs of torque, 430 pound-feet, about the same horsepower as what we have here, but that does not translate to the 0 to 60 times. Both trucks have about the same 0 to 60 time. The only real way to get into a faster truck than what we have here in the segment, of course, Ranger Raptor or the Ranger 2.7 liter turbo, won't argue that, but the faster way will be the Tacoma hybrid. So basically, outside the Ranger 2.7 and Ranger 3.0, you're not getting a 6-cylinder engine in this class of vehicle really anymore. Okay, Honda Ridgeline, that's not quite the same class as what we're sitting in here. The naturally aspirated 3.8 liter V6 is really beginning to become a dying breed, and while still having very similar performance to turbocharged powertrains that are on paper making a lot more power than what we have here, while likely outliving them significantly, I would really recommend checking it out. Sure, if you're looking for the fastest truck in the class, if you're looking for the most off-road capable truck in the class, this is not for you. But if you're looking for the best balance of everything in this class, I would 100% recommend checking out the 2026 Frontier Pro-4X. It looks good, it's capable, it's off-road capable, relatively comfortable, all between $45,000 to $50,000. It is a great way to go. And a big thanks to Noah and the rest of the management and staff here at Moss Nissan in Newport Richey, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa Bay area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out, and as for Noah. And a huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too, it really helps me out, the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment, let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment, let me know if any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.